Hey, welcome to Girl Gotta Glue. I'm Beth, and this is Fubsy, my biggest trashy junk journal. And because I collage all of my trash and leftovers, I call it my Garbougie. I started it in 2015, filmed some of the pages in 2016, and officially stopped working in it probably 2019. But there's plenty of empty space if I wanted to revisit this strange book. It's been sitting on my bookshelf for a while, and I figured I would go ahead and pull it out so it doesn't just collect dust. It can be seen and shared. Oh, this is just a pillowcase. I used magazine images, stickers, product packaging, envelopes, bags, children's book pages, receipts, cards. This is tea bags that I painted. That came off a watermelon. I mean, you name it, it's probably in here, nestled in one of the layered pages somewhere. There's a scratch-off ticket that I didn't win. Popcorn bag from the movies. I don't remember what movie it was. I think I did these pages on camera because I remember this being leftover calendar. And these two ended up being like rustically cute. And it started with the Allumalid package from Yankee Candle. I didn't want to throw it away, so I just kind of created around it. And these two, the flower and the bird, are actually from a Kleenex box. So if you got it, use it, because that's what I did. A whole lot of stuff going on here. I was just mainly trying to just use up everything that I had saved. And a lot of this stuff is kids stuff, like product stuff from my son. I started this book back before YouTube had changed their new policy now where they prefer you to not use so much children's stuff. See, I could do the back of that, and I never did it. Just kind of ran out of energy and wanted to move on. Couple of my favorite pages. Kool-Aid packaging, candy wrappers, just a whole lot of stuff that was accumulated for many years, but it got used up in here. This is a grungy layout here, completely different from the other page. I think this came out of some car magazines. I remember doing this one on camera a few years ago. I remember liking these black and white pages because this came from a pizza box. No other reason, but this came from a pizza box. So I thought that is so cool because it doesn't look like it came from a pizza box. And this reminds me that they don't make my favorite cocoa anymore. They used to make a Caramel Delight cocoa from Swiss Mix. I haven't been able to find it since like 2 years. Like, I don't know. I haven't been able to find it. Those are actually my mom's favorite cookies from Walmart's white chunk pumpkin cookies. I like the logo, but I didn't eat them. She did. So I'm keeping stuff that I didn't even eat. I was kind of obsessed back in the day. I still keep junk, just not as much. Specifically, not as much kid stuff. I think that came from either a cat litter or a cat food bag. Both of these did. some kids meal boxes, cereal box. I love the little snuggle bear. I use that in my laundry. Had to save him. And this I never did anything with either. I painted it, but I didn't do anything with it. I don't know. But there's so much in here anyway. Let's see, I gotta be careful not to skip pages. See, the background is a Subway wrapper. It's a friggin' Subway wrapper. That's cool. I like that. And that came from Firework. Those smoking snakes. See, things like Ninja Turtles. I had Ninja Turtles back in when I was a kid, so this kind of stuff has a soft spot for me, so I keep it, even if it was my son's trash. He doesn't do this stuff, but it was still something I couldn't bring myself to throw away. Moon pie wrapper. I used to eat moon pies all the time from Dollar Tree. I don't eat them so much now. I haven't had one in at least a year or two. I've curbed my carb eating quite a bit by watching what I ate and drank. Like in this book, you'll see a lot of candy wrappers and kids meals and whatnot, specifically soda. I don't really drink that stuff anymore. I try to drink sparkling water and other stuff. For some reason, I really liked these. I like these canned meat images. I don't know why, I just do. I have a few more. These were another set that I did on camera. And this actually came from, well, these two images specifically came from a Playboy magazine. And I did not do the harvest on camera. I ain't that crazy, but I had bought a box of magazines from a lady on Facebook, and inside was 2 or 3 80s vintage Playboy magazines. So I just kind of skimmed through them and saved all the appropriate pages that could be saved, and I threw away the rest of the dirty stuff. Another 2 set of favorite pages. I really loved the Lisa Frank notebook that I had, but I spilt something on it, and I don't know. I just didn't throw it away. So I just threw all the stuff in here with it to kind of get it to go together. Like the lemonade stand package that came from Dollar Tree. It was like lollipops. And this was a kid's pack of fireworks. So I saved that. More kids stuff. Hopefully you guys can see this without too much glare and light. The sun isn't really shining today, and my light is my lights. It's not professional, but hopefully you can see everything. I think my most favorite image in this entire book is this gal on top of the sky. And I don't know what the scene was. It might have actually came from the Playboy magazine. And the other women are like, what? And the other guy is looking like, ooh, lucky. So I went ahead and threw a little bubble gum on her lips to look like she's blowing a bubble. And it came from the Blow Pop bubble gum pack. So I thought that was so cute. And leftover, I have a ton of duct tape that I had got over the years from Dollar Tree. And I don't know what to do with it. Specifically, like, it doesn't really hold packaging all that well when you're mailing something. But it does work really well for using on pages when you're making journals. So that's what I use it for now. Leftover vintage magazine stuff. This was a part of a wedding announcement. A few years ago, you could like request in the mail for free wedding sample stuff, and they would send it to you. I don't know if they still do that. That was a couple years ago. My friend Jen sent me a significant amount of cards. And I think this was one of the cards with the roses, and I just cut it in half and put it together. And I think she even sent me these little things here. I don't know what's happening here. I just know that sometimes in the magazines, the modern ones, you get a lot of cartoon celebrities and whatnot. And sometimes they're cute, sometimes they're not. These are the ones that I thought were cute and I saved. I don't know why. Loved these 2 pages. I think Jen actually did a couple of pages with this image specifically. So I think that's always fun when you can compare 2 images together by 2 different channels just to see how they interpret what they're going to do with it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, this is what I did with that image, and then you could go to her channel and see what she did with hers. That was from a toothpaste ad. So that was fun. That's so cool, you can't even tell. And then that came from a tablecloth. It was like one of those little cheap dollar plastic cloths. I bought it for like 50 cents on clearance, and then I cut out all the little images just to put them in a junk journal, because that's how I roll. Everything is cheap. Anything I buy, anything that I didn't get off of packaging or super cheap, that's how I roll. It's going to be either be cheap or a freebie or packaging or something. Because I don't believe in spending an arm and a leg just to do this stuff. More packaging and soda stuff. That came from the local Humane Society. I thought that was so cute and clever. Catsino Royal. We never did go to that because my husband had to work, but it was still cute. Some baggie. I don't know what that baggie was from, but it was there. These 90210 images, I had saved those from my hair dryer. I used to use a hair dryer on camera to dry paint and whatnot. I still have the hair dryer. I still use it for glue. It hasn't burnt down my house yet, so I will keep using it. I paid $3 for it. In my eyes, it was vintage, though. Leftover magnets from the fridge. I got sick of looking at. What started me mostly with the junk journals is I had a lot of die cut packaging. Like in the beginning when I first started, I started buying the die cut packages, which was a mistake. I shouldn't have did that. Even on clearance, it adds up after a while. But in the back of the imaging package, it shows you all the different die cuts that you can get. And I didn't want those away, so I saved them. Looks more blank space. I could do something, but I'm not doing anything. I've moved on. I'm on to bigger and... No, not bigger. I'm on to different things. I will never make a book this big. Well, I did... I accidentally made one other book this big, and it's my little tiny collage journal. I don't have a name for it yet. This is Fubsy, but I think I already told you guys that. I named it Fubsy because it's just... I've been fubbing around in it for so many years. And it got lonely just sitting on the shelf collecting dust. So I figured I'd better pop it back out, share what I've done even further in the book. And that's what's happening now. See, more kids stuff. Oh. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, there you can see it. Kind of, it's like this black little package here. It's an angel dog. It was something I got at Dollar Tree. I thought it was cute. It's like a little angel doggy from Monster High. And that was a bookmark that came out of a book. I don't even know where it came from. It was just like left over in a book that I got, so I threw it in here. That was a part of an insurance ad with our car. I don't know what they were doing, like offering different rates or something, and I just thought it was cute, so I threw it in here. More vintage magazine stuff that didn't really... Oh no, it's ripping. Didn't really go anywhere else. Leftover card there. Doggy with glasses. Oh, we're almost like... Yeah, we're near the end. Congrats if you made it this far. Hopefully you are inspired. This little cow here chewing on one of those little string cheese. My son loves those things. They pull apart and you eat them. You probably know what I'm talking about. He loves those. So thought the cow was cute. I threw it on there. This part of a Kleenex box. Sundae nut cones from Aldi's. More ice cream cup things for my son. Little memo packaging. These little things came from my sister. These little Amiyami. I don't know how to say it. She orders these Japanese authentic expensive dolls. She collects them off of the website, and when they send her a new one, she gets these little cards. She has so many cards, so she gives me the extras. They're cute. I stick them in here because she thinks these books I make are cool, so she kind of helps. I think this is one of the newest pages that I have done before I decided I was completely done in here. It's probably like 2019, late December. And these unicorns, I think they came from a Dr. Pepper 6-pack or something. I don't know. This came from, I think it was Buffalo Wild Wings. It was on their, it was a napkin. Yeah. But anyway, I got to use it all up. Came from a pineapple. More candy wrapper. Kids book. Fishes. I surprised myself with this Pringles can top. This little red Pringles top here. And then on top of it is a rose. Well, it ain't a rose. It's like a flower. It's one of those tablecloth flowers that I had to cut out. There's a little space here that I could do something if I really wanted to. But am not going to. Sometimes you just got to be done, you know. You don't hate it, you know, you don't dislike it, but you're just kind of done and you want to move on to new things. That's what I did. I've made at least 3 or 4 different books since I started this one, and I just put it down and worked on something else a little more, just different. Everything in this page is vintage except Quentin Tarantino, which seems kind of fitting because of the one of the newer movies he did, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I just thought it kind of went with that movie a little bit. I did see the movie, but it wasn't his best work. But that's just my opinion. I'm still holding out for him to make Kill Bill 3, but he probably won't. More vintage stuff that I didn't know what to do with, so I just threw it in here. We are so close to the end. Thanks for hanging in. Little Debbie. Yeah, I don't know. You might have just heard my dog. I'm not giving her any attention, so she is starting to make noises. This might have came from a Kleenex box too. And that came from a fruit snack box. So yeah, coloring book. Another little Debbie snack cake character there over top of the sticker packaging. And here's another date. It's like August 21st, 2017. So it tells you a good amount of time that I've spent in this book. It's ridiculous. But I'm glad I got to use it up and I don't have to worry about it anymore. I could save new junk now. I actually have already saved lots of junk. And I have like at least three shoe boxes full of new junk. And we will be starting a new Garbougie. I don't have a name for it yet. But where is it? Oh, it's here. I'll get it out in a second when I finish this book. So these are the last 2 pages. Color them happy. Just a bunch of different random images and just a whole lot of stuff. Anyway, that's it. What do you guys think? Is this strange or what? Do you guys have a giant book that you're working in or have already finished, like a Garbougie where it's trash and collage? Because I think that concept is fun and it's more challenging for me rather than just slapping stuff in the book. I can't really do that. Everything really has to have a purpose for me. I don't know. I'm weird like that. So what did you guys think of Fubsy? Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed my flip through. Please hit that subscribe button. It would mean so much. Help my little channel grow. And hit that notification bell so you know when I put out new videos. Yeah. Where's that book? Okay, wait a second. Okay, so Fubsy's going to scoot over a minute. This is going to be the new one. But I haven't really... I need to add some more pages in it and glue it some more. Because normally I just use composition books, but I'm trying to use up my other books. I had got this basically for free. And, yeah, I took all the images out to make my own little Maxine die cuts. Because she's a feisty grandma. And these are just leftover book, like book pages and stuff and little, yeah, it's trash, but we're gonna make a new junk journal here. I just don't know what yet. I need to thicken it up a little bit more. But she does not have a name. Maybe we'll just call her Maxine. I don't know. But that's the next junk journal that I'm going to start. Well, junk journal / glue book / whatever. So I don't know. I don't know how it goes. It's collage, but it's garbage. I call them Garbougies, and that's what I'm going to stick with. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for letting me share with you. And see you in the next one. Bye.